Okay, so to start with, in today's world, I think most systems are built on centralized networks. That means data is either stored on a private cloud server or on a client server configuration or on the user's own data centers. So this network sometimes can cause issues with trust, transparency, and so on. And these networks, to overcome these problems, is where some of the problems blockchain technology can solve. Why? Because blockchain technology uses a decentralized network. What it effectively means is that the data is not stored on a single computer, but rather it's stored on a huge network of computers. And this network not only stores data, it also constantly checks and verifies that the records that have been stored are not changed or edited. And every record that is added or is added to the block is being verified by the others, and once added, the block cannot be removed. So thus, the whole system, in a way, it creates data in blocks, and these blocks are unchangeable, they are timestamped, and then it's linked to the previous one. So what it means, it stores data like a sequence of journal, and it makes all these transactions immutable. So what is the benefit of this? That the benefit is that the total trust in data. That means nobody can debate or say no, the data is not verified or it's a single source. So this helps to prevent fraudulent transactions. And in those organizations who are dealing with sensitive and important documents like contracts, certificates, POs, letter of credits, and any other sensitive documents which are prone to tampering, can be avoided by using a technology of this. And most importantly, because of this level of transparency and trust, it allows for the document verification without requiring any third party. Why? Because blockchain serves as a trusted point of verification.
So to give you a scenario how blockchains can be assist you for the authentication purposes, we will come up with a different scenario so that you guys can have an idea how this solution works. So for example, like when you come to scanning your documents, you require to prepare your documents, remove the pin, and so-called to classify the document types accordingly, right? So once you already prepare your document, it will go through a scanning process. So once you're scanning, it will move into our module called document scan, which is basically a scan module for user to do the indexing. So once you scan in, the user can either use the OCR tools or use a barcode figures to so-called capture the value automatically. And once it does, you have a verification, so-called a checker maker process for user to verify the scan image as well as the index or so-called the metadata has been captured. And lastly will be export. So once this document have been exported, it will archive into a secure repository so that in future users are able to retrieve the document. And the add-on will be, we will attach the QR code into the document as well as store a certain value, for example, like your customer name, your document number, and so on, into the blockchain itself, as well as the hash value or so-called the unit number into the blockchain system. So by doing so, the user are able to, for example, like external party, they are able to validate the QR code or the authenticity of the document by just scanning out the QR code. For example, you log into the EDMS portal, and then you select the documents and you click share. It will eventually either can share by link or by share through email. So once you generate, so-called to copy the link or so-called to send out through email, the system will attach. The system will attach the QR code, just like just now how it do for the scanning process. It will attach the QR code into the PDF so that users are able to scan the PDF and at the same time verify either the authenticity of the documents.
The first case study is about an association, Malaysian Taekwondo Federation, using our document security solution to secure the certificates. So they came to us with a problem statement where the HQ was pre-printing the physical certificates and they were manually distributing the certificates to the regional and state offices, and they had no proper tracking mechanism in place. Because of this, it resulted in fake certificates and they were losing revenue and credibility. So the way when they came to us, we modernized the MTF certificate issuance process using our patented technology by securing the certificate digitally on the blockchain, and at the same time we also offered their customers, in this case the parents and students, a hassle-free and instant QR code based verification for their certificate. So how did we do it? We basically incorporated we pre-generated the QR code for them, and they integrated the QR code with their existing printing and certificate design process. There was no change to the existing process, or they did not even have to buy any new hardware or software. And this whole thing was done in less than 2 weeks. So it provided them with a cost-effective and a secure solution that made verification simple for everyone. It was greatly appreciated by the Sports Association of Malaysia, and as a testament to our solution, it was also featured in the national news in Malaysia. Ludi, next slide. Now, this is a case study regarding how our technology could be applied to transparently track the journey of a product. So, BungkusIT as a background is a last mile delivery service company, and they are one of the largest company in Malaysia. The reason why they opted for our solution is because we had an interoperable APIs. That means we could integrate our APIs into their existing systems. Their problem was that they are delivering high value items on behalf of their merchants, and because of this, the delivery of the items, the acceptance, or I would say rather the journey of the item needs to be tracked in a transparent way. So the way the system was designed is that once they delivered the item, a QR code was automatically generated on the rider's mobile phone. The customer scanned the QR code as an acknowledgement of the delivery. Now at the point when the scanning happened, it automatically captured the entire journey details and created an order receipt and put on the blockchain. Now this order delivery receipt can be used by anyone to transparently track the journey of the delivery, as well as if there are any disputes or anything coming, it can be used to say that no, the delivery was done on this time at this date, and so on. So this is how it can be applied in a tracking industry. Ludi, next slide. In terms of our third case study, Daxtium, this client reached out to us because they wanted to prevent unauthorized tampering of their results. They are an environmental recycling company, and they are issuing environmental recycling results to their customers. And these results are very critical, especially in terms of health and safety regulation. So they wanted a secure technology where it prevents manipulation of their documents. In this case, they were given a platform where they could upload the document, they could place a QR code on their document, and they could share it with their customers. So instead of sending manual reports, printing the reports, posting to them, like how Ludi also explained, a lot of people are now adopting towards digital. So they use our platform to generate the documents and send it via email to their customers. So the customers are also very satisfied and happy that they do not have to wait for paper documents or paper results. They get the results via email, which can also be controlled, access who can view the results, who cannot view the results. And most importantly, these results could also be validated on the blockchain.